The Netherlands is a heavily populated nation that was partially submerged by the water and has around 50% of its land below sea level. Most visitors to the Netherlands simply come to see Amsterdam. Holland, however, has a lot to offer outside of its capital city. The country's flat terrain, which is crisscrossed by canals, is ideal for cycling and is dotted with ancient town centers, traditional windmills, and other tourist attractions. Mile after mile of protecting dunes and sandy beaches surround the long coastline in the west and north. The Netherlands' flower gardens transform into popular springtime attractions, offering a striking display of vibrant colors. Watch our complete video of the top tourist destinations in the Netherlands to organize your travel schedule. 1. Canals of Amsterdam. Amsterdam boasts a thriving canal system, just like many other cities that are situated on water, including Venice. One of Amsterdam's most popular attractions are the city's picturesque waterways, which you can explore by boat tour or by taking a water taxi that allows you to bounce between different spots. You may still take in the scenery of the canals if you don't want to get in the water by taking a leisurely stroll along the banks. During the Dutch Golden Age in the 17th century, Amsterdam started constructing its renowned canals. Currently, there are 1,500 bridges and more than 100 kilometers, 60 miles, of canals. The main waterways are bordered by 1550 impressive structures. 2. Kukenhof, commonly referred to as the Garden of Europe, is a riot of color with blossoms in every shade as far as the eye can see. The national flower of this nation is the tulip, and the Garden of Europe, located just outside of Lis, is the biggest public garden in the entire globe. Beautiful flower shows, restaurants, and a variety of flora, such as daffodils, hyacinths, and crocuses, may be found on the 70 acres of the property. In reality, Kukenhof Gardens serves as a marketing tool for the Dutch flower trade. Every year, some 7 million flower bowls are planted in the park, displaying tulips, hyacinths, daffodils, and other springtime blooms. The last week of March until the middle of May, the gardens are open. One of the most popular tourist destinations in the Netherlands is Kukenhof. 3. Zandvoort. You've found the ideal site if you want to go back in time and explore the 17th and 18th century Netherlands. Zandvoort, which is about 15 kilometers north of Amsterdam, is designed to be an outdoor museum where visitors may stroll around a typical Dutch hamlet and learn about how ancient craftsmen would have lived and worked. A shipyard, a grocery shop, a pewter factory, and a variety of attractive green wooden dwellings are just a few of the sites. There are also some lovely windmills, albeit only 5 of the original 600 that once studded the area are now standing and open to the public. These include a famous sawmill, an oil mill, and entertaining live performances like a clog-making session. 4. Village of Marken. Even though Marken is a small village, there are surprisingly many things to see there. All history buffs who want to learn more about this fascinating community must visit the Marken Museum. The original house of Marken will allow you to see how the area's first settlers lived. Marken is noted for its wooden dwellings. Another important attraction in Marken is the ancient Paard van Marken lighthouse. There are a lot of activities to do in Marken, in addition to the amazing attractions the hamlet has to offer its tourists. You can always take a guided tour of the village while donning one of its famous traditional costumes. Although Marken is a beautiful community today, it has also experienced tragedy, including a flood that claimed 51 lives. To honor the lives lost in the conflict with the water, you can go to the wave. 5. Volundrum. If you're also visiting the nearby city of Amsterdam, Volundrum, which is located in the north of the Netherlands, is a fantastic day trip. Volundrum, a little fishing community, is brimming with typical Dutch treats like wooden buildings, clogs, and picturesque vistas. Due of Volundrum's beauty, renowned artists like Renoir and Picasso painted it. It also boasts a charming harbor that backs up to fishermen's homes and additional canals. Just 12 kilometers to the north of Amsterdam is the charming fishing village of Volundrum. Other than Amsterdam, this is one of the Netherlands' most lovely tourist destinations. For foodies, it's a must-visit location because of its fame for local specialties, fish, and cheese. You wouldn't be doing Volundrum's mouth-watering cuisine justice if you left without trying it. 6. The village of Kinderdijk, which translates to Children's Dike in Dutch, is located between Rotterdam and Dordrecht and has a picturesque setting on the River Noord. The exquisite windmills from the 18th century are the main draw to this location, which is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The biggest collection of windmills in the Netherlands, totaling 19, are located here and date from 1722 to 1761. You may go there between April and October, and there are specific times of year when the windmill sails rotate and you can view them in all their splendor. In the Netherlands, there are still more than 1,000 antique windmills. The area close to the village of Kinderdijk is where the majority of Dutch windmills are located. Around 1740, 19 windmills were constructed to drain the excess water from the polders, which are located below sea level. They have survived to the present day in good condition and are now well-liked tourist destinations in the Netherlands. 7. Hogue National Park. The Netherlands is frequently perceived as a small nation made up mostly of hamlets and cities, yet it also contains some gorgeous national parks. The Hogue National Park, situated halfway between Apeldoorn and Arnhem, is the biggest and most well-known of these. It covers 13,800 acres and is ideal for day trips because it is so easy to get there. Red and roe deer are just a couple of the park's residents, along with other oddball attractions like a sculpture park. The park is covered in woodland. Other locations include lovely dunes covered with heath, and if you enjoy bird watching, here is the location to see a wide variety of birds. 8. Lake Uitschel. The little hamlets along Lake Uitschel, a freshwater lake created when the Zuiderzee's sea entrance was closed, are some of the most picturesque communities in the Netherlands. When these cities had access to the Atlantic and were trading and fishing hubs, they thrived during Amsterdam's golden age. However, as the ports grew siltier, their prominence declined. They now rank among the most popular tourist destinations in the nation for photos, for the fishing community of Marken, and the seaports of Volundrum and Enkhuizen, where many of the vibrant homes have been converted into museums and stores. Time appears to have stopped. 9. The Rijksmuseum. The Dutch National Museum in Amsterdam is home to an incredible collection of artwork and relics that date back to 1809. More than 7 million things are kept in the structure, which also boasts more than 5,000 paintings spread across 250 rooms. There is a 35,000 book library here, and you may view some of the most magnificent works of art ever created by the so-called Old Masters. The majority of the museum is devoted to traditional Dutch antiques, such as antiquated crafts and sculptures from the Middle Ages, but there is also fascinating modern art. You may easily spend a whole day here investigating every nook and cranny, so make sure you give yourself plenty of time to see everything. 10. Leiden Canals. The oldest university in the Netherlands, Rembrandt's birthplace, and Leiden's lovely canals are all well-known attractions. The Old Rhine's two branches approach Leiden from the east and converge in the city's center, which is also home to a number of minor canals. The only larger 17th century town center in the Netherlands after Amsterdam is the historic center of Leiden.